I'm designing terrible album covers until someone uses one or I hit 100 and go insane. Whichever comes first, starting with this cover for some rapper I found with 0 monthly listeners. He sent me this really hard picture of him, and I thought it'd be funny to turn him into a ballerina, make everything pink, and throw in some unicorns and a rainbow in the mix for our first work of art. Let me know. From now on, I can only spend 10 minutes on each design, and I'm doing that because I feel like that's the only way that I could possibly make up to 100, which I seriously hope I don't have to. For the first 10, I was pretty much just getting the hang of making things look as decent as possible in the time frame, which was quite a challenge, but I definitely got in a groove of making them. There we go! That's the first 10 done. I made an Instagram account to post these covers to, and I'm tagging the artists on there so that they see it and hopefully use it, because that would just be so cool. See, sometimes I add custom music, and when I do that, I design the covers myself, but obviously that's just on my phone, and I want it on an actual streaming platform. Okay, it's been a day, let's check in with who's seen the stories. Okay, 5 out of 10 of them have seen it so far. None of them have asked to use it yet, and it's only gonna get harder as the artists get bigger, as the video progresses, but for now, this is pretty cool. I kept up the pace into the night, designing covers 11, 12, and 13, and after some well-earned rest, I started the next day with my favorite cover yet. I'm gonna put him in the bath, in the pink room with the pink slippers, and some nice soapy bubbles for good measure, because that's what rappers do, right? They take bubble baths. Hope he doesn't block me, because I actually really like his music. Well, I've posted it, and it's out of my hands now. Let's see. I locked in for the next few covers, some of which were mid, some of which I kinda like, with all of them being made in 10 minutes flat. Not the bubble bath one though, that one took me longer than I'm proud to admit. Speaking of which, I've got a DM back on that one, which I haven't read yet. Let's see. What is wrong with you? Like, seriously? Just kidding. No, he was actually really nice about it. I kind of wanted to crash out at least. Also, nobody was interested in using the others yet. I can't tell why no one wants to use one of these. Oh well. I didn't let the lack of responses get to me though, and crushed the next 10 covers. These had some of my favorite designs out of the whole challenge, and they were perfectly on brand for the artist and what their music sounds like. Especially this one. This has got to be my favorite cover so far. It's just so alive, you know? I don't even care that they all took longer than 10 minutes. I'm just having a great time. Number 31. Today is my 4th day making covers, and I think I'm keeping a good pace, but I am kind of running low on ideas. I've been taking most of my inspiration from the artist. Like, this one is for Len, who's going really hard on the Golden Boy branding. I think that's his next album, so I definitely want to incorporate that somehow. It turned out really well, and the good designs kept going. Bang! 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 It wasn't actually that fast though. I was definitely spending quite a while on all the little details. I think I have a problem with perfectionism, but we hit 40 covers. That's pretty huge. Day 5. Saw something pretty cool this morning. Len used my cover as his profile picture. Not quite an album cover, but pretty cool. I've done a lot of designing at this point though, honestly. My mouse is hovering over the new document button, and I just can't bring myself to do it. I just have no energy for designing right now. I spent some time playing some games to unwind. At least that was the idea. I still really didn't want to do anything when I came back, but I made it happen. In fact, I'd say I snapped. Okay, look at this. Truly a work of art. Not wanting to do anything, but still doing it anyway, kind of defined 41 to 50. There were some highlights, notably this super subtle angel cover art for Quanic with a little green Q in the corner. I just love it. It's so understated and subtle and good. By the time I got to 48 though, I was feeling quite drained, and I think it shows. Today has taken it out of me, seriously. I can't believe I'm about to make the 50th cover and not a single person has used one. Every artist from here on out has over 1 million monthly listeners, so either I'm gonna have to get really lucky, or this is just the halfway point and I have another 50 ahead of me, which I really hope is not the case. I started the next day with a little more optimism, and my thinking was, if I'm designing up to 100 things, 99 people can say no. I just need one yes. Just one. And then I designed another 10 covers. The 10-minute thing was long gone, and I was averaging like half an hour for each one at this point, just perfecting everything more than it needed to be. But hey, at least the little picture looks cool on the shelf, right? The next day started out pretty much the same, but I was determined to get some variation in. Like, I didn't even use Photoshop for number 62, and for 63, I went for a walk to just take a picture for the cover and clear my head. It turned out great. For 64, I challenged myself to use every single filter somehow, and overlaying that on top of the original turned out amazing. Still though, my sanity started to slip as the day progressed, and it definitely came through in the covers. But with a little more effort and a little more desire to scrap the whole project, I made it to number 70. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm cooked. The smallest artist today had 6.6 million monthly listeners. Is there any chance of success left? No. The answer is no. I'm sentenced to make another 30 and no one's even gonna use them. From day 8, my designing started to slow as I felt less and less motivated. Each new design felt less like progress and more like evidence that I'd lost the plot entirely. Want to see who saw them though? No one! Alright, nice. All I got from this is wrist pain. Number 81. There's 20 left, including this one. I mean, if I'm not at rock bottom right now, I'm very close. Yeah, okay. Maybe I wasn't the one having the worst week after that cover. Can you tell I made this video a long time ago? Almost didn't post it because it doesn't really fit what I have on my channel. Anyway, at this point, the days were long and every part of me was ready to be finished. The covers were either uninspired, just downright bad, or I don't even know what I was doing here. Honestly, what was going through my head, I could not tell you. Still, at least I wasn't spending an hour plus on each design like before. And with better pace on my side, it wasn't long until I made it to cover 90. Jeez. Today is the day, I can feel it. The final 10 is upon us. I'm determined to have some fun today. I've realized it's not about perfecting the smallest details, but rather zooming out and taking a look at the bigger picture. Look at that wall. That is so cool. I did that. Me. This whole entire thing was starting to feel completely pointless, but from making cover after cover after cover, I've realized that I can't let perfect stand in the way of great. I think I need to take those learnings and apply them to my uploads. You know, time and time again, I let perfect stand in the way of great. And I think that's stopping me from delivering anything at all. Wow, the 100th cover. Doesn't even feel real. It just doesn't. That is crazy. This whole challenge has pushed me to create in ways that I've never created and learn things about the ways that I operate in life in general. But most of all, it's taught me to have fun, to take things less seriously, and to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. I'm gonna hold myself accountable to that. I wanna put more out. There are some very cool things on the way, and you don't wanna miss them. So please, consider subscribing. And if you're on mobile and watching this within the first 7 days, you can hype the video to support me. That would help me out so much. Thank you. Here's another video you can watch.